tokens. And Tammy Camp has explained that as well. And at this point, I have a clip that I was provided that was a portion of a Crypto Hulk video, which at this time is probably about 1 to 2 years old. However, it talks about all of the hidden involvement of XLM.
J316, I'm doing good. I see you right there. I'm calling. Okay, perfect. Would you like to be on a speakerphone? Okay, let me turn this thing here. Okay, there you are. You got the phone line. What's up?
All right, so I'll be fast. I know it's late. It's almost 5 here. So as some of you guys know, I literally have been involved in this for almost 10 full years now with the actual coding and development side.
Oh.
And I can't say a lot, obviously through NDAs and just, I have security clearances I kind of want to keep.
Right.
For the better part of almost 6 years now, we just finished up in April, so this contract is now done. That's why I am now allowed to talk more about it. I have worked directly with major cities and Fed-level entities across Canada, US, and Mexico. And I'm talking everywhere from the Chamber of Commerce, getting their systems in place, getting the tracking in place, getting the payments in place. We handle the up-downs, like my group, we got contracted in to come do this. And we handle the up-down and point of interaction payment systems. So we work with Stellar. Vehicle tracking, we work with Hedera.
Hedera, Hashgraph, that's H-bar, everybody. H-bar.
Yes. And we also, with tracking as well, we also work with Hyperledger, which again is XLM and IBM. And we did a little bit of work. I met with 2 people that were from the XDC team, or Zinzin, and they handle more on the cargo-related side of, this is all public-related transit.
Told you, XDC is cargo. Go ahead.
So government, again, it's a city level, so this could be as simple as Los Angeles, or it could be down to that small, I know for a fact we worked in Costa Mesa, California. That's small of a city. I work in small cities where, like in Ames, Iowa, I don't even know how many places I could just name up right now, but I don't want to get in a laundry list.
That's fine.
But anyways, just to help you guys understand how big this is going to be, XLM is handling payments for every single public sector person, okay? They will be handling every public transit, every single public official, every single person that works as a contract with government. They will be handling their assets, tracking, and payments. Hyperledger is handling tracking of all transit assets across North America. That is vehicles, trains, airplanes. I mean, honestly, I'm just going to tell you, it sounds crazy. Electronic scooters, electronic bikes, all this stuff has been, it sounds crazy, but it's already been tagged. And I can't get into the specifics of how this stuff works, but if you understand the Internet of Things, you will understand how basically since 2010, a lot of things that you don't realize are connected to the Internet are.
Wait, hold on. So you're telling me if I have an electric scooter, chances are there's some kind of transmitter in there and they're tracking me?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Whoa.
And Hedera is handling that. And so is Hyperledger, depending on what you're referring to item-wise.
Whoa. Heck
so,
no.
I know. So again, when I first was approached with this stuff, I was very hesitant from what they were pitching to us about the contract. And I prayed a lot about it. I know not everyone's religious, but I am. And having worked on what I've worked on, I have grown more religious. We are definitely, if you want to call it the B system, it's here. If you want to call it, the NWO or whatever, I don't want to get the channel cropped off, but
yeah,
it's here. And I am sorry that I helped set it up. But I consider that as a Christian, Jesus has placed people in different positions to help people understand what's going on. And I'm like, I get kind of choked up on this because it's honestly, it really does. I don't sleep well because I know what's coming. And again, I apologize, guys. I'm sorry that it is here now.
Look, hey, hold on a second. So what I did is when I started my program 3 years ago, I basically saw in the future that we're all going to be slaves.
Yes, we already are.
We already are, he's saying.
The next 3 years.
The next 3 years. See, this crypto, I knew that there would be tracking with the VeChain and all these different tracking type things. And then the government wants everybody to have a phone, to all be tracked with the Starlink satellites. I'll tell you what, I was telling people for 3 years, in the beginning, we're probably going to maybe get ahead and everything, but it won't take too long before they figure out, and we're all slaves, all right? So I put that out there.
That's right.
And he's been working with, they're tracking everything, this, that. This dude already knows, okay? And he's worked in this field with governments under non-disclosure agreements and stuff, just like Ripple. Hey, let me ask you a question. Do you think that Ripple is really a three-letter agency company pretending to be a business?
I would take it a step further and not even just say Ripple. I would say all of these groups are. I have a very, very high-level security clearance, and I was interacting with people who I was shocked were involved in this stuff. People who you would have interacted with, Hulk, at your time in service that have now segued over into civilian, but not civilian, if you understand that.
Okay.
Rank-wise, I was very shocked at who was pulling the strings on this stuff. And that's why I say, I would say our window of freedom is inside 5 years.
Okay, stop. So I was telling everybody when I first started the channel is, I can feel the end coming. I said to audience 3 years ago, cryptos will be a way where they'll control the money, control the food, control everything. I said in the beginning, well, we might be free for a little while until they close the noose up really tight and get control. They get in front and control all this crypto. I've been saying to all my people on my channel that Ripple is a temp agency for 3-letter agencies. It's not even a company. Okay, that's all fake. I've been telling you guys, it's a front. Like when I worked for California law enforcement, we went in the State Department of Justice crime lab. It's a flower shop in the front, okay? So you're walking in, it looks like a flower shop, and they're doing all these experiments inside the building. That's what Ripple is. I've been telling people that for 3 years, okay? And finally, we get somebody who's worked in that area and says, now he's going a step further, saying all these top crypto companies are 3-letter agencies, everybody, pretending to be crypto companies.
When I was first learning about BTC, I got into it, and I got into all these. Again, this is all through a lot of prayer and understanding, and I was directed similar to how you are with what you're doing. Thank you for what you do. I wish I could be like a Snowden and tell you guys what's going on, but you get enough info from Hulk here that if you can't figure out the dots, you're blind. It's very nerve-wracking, and I mean, like, I don't stay in the same place for too long, especially now that this project's over, because I'm kind of defensible now, and it definitely makes, I get like maybe 1 to 2 hours sleep a night, because I honestly don't know how much longer I got. I don't think I'm going to longer, just for what I know, but whatever. But yeah, you guys are on the right track. Get the things that, you know, Hulk has discussed and get them offline. Don't worry about this Ledger stuff. I'm just, from what I can tell you, I mean, I'm French and American, know people in Ledger, and the reason why they came out and actually explained what was going on with this update was so that way people would know that the governments are pressuring them to do this. And now you see there's a backlash coming out because people don't want this. And it gives them, you know, plausible deniability on, hey, you know, we're just trying to inform our customers and they don't want this. So this is why we're going to be tweaking things and moving away. And the other thing that's going to freak you guys out is,
but this, at least I'd rather know I told you guys, I'm telling you, man, you get to lock it up hardware. Well, it's not going to be pretty 5 to 10 years from now. It's going to be pretty the next, 1, 2, 3 years and all that. But after that, they're coming for it, dude. They're going to figure out a way to take it all. Okay.
Yes. One final thing. I highly recommend this. Figure out a way to have multiple wallet addresses for all of your assets. Not just because you want to hide them. That's not what I mean. But so you can have multiple ways to move things so you can use them instead of having to be one solo account. Got it?
Right.
And the sooner you divest out of these assets into real world assets, land, vehicles, gold, silver, things of that nature, the whole they're a slave thing, it's not going to bother you so much because everyone is already a slave. So they tracked you since the internet prior to that, honestly. I can't talk too much about it, but the sooner you get what our amounts that you're about to get, move them into things that you don't need those assets for. I know some people want to hold on to XRP for 10 years and stuff like that because they want to be a billionaire. You're not going to get that chance. What they're going to do is they're going to make it so, the accredited investor jargon, they're going to find a way to push you out or box you out if you are not aligned with, P Group or other entities that will custody, because they will have side chains, which will be the only matter for conducting business. So if you are not entered in or whitelisted, you will not be able to conduct business with those assets. You can collateralize them by handing them over, but then you trust the government? I don't.
Whoa.
Knowing what I know, I don't. So I would divest that as quickly and smartly as possible. Okay?
Yes.
I'm going to go. God bless you guys. Stay healthy. Pray for me, please. And honestly, play for Hulk. He needs it.